Hey guys, we are live with the newest episode of Nerd Roll Call, episode 22, I think. But yeah, I'm your host Mark Flores, and it should be a pretty short show because I only have like two things on the show notes I have for this week. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this episode, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started, get through it right away. Let's see. So the first thing I have up is so they unleashed released like a new tidbit, a picture of the Marvel's fall event of in comics called Axis. So there's not much known about what's going on with this event called Access. I believe it's going to be happening not right after Original Sin. Is that what it's called? Original Sin. But that's what they're going to get ready for. So if you don't know what the fall event Axis is going to be about, and I don't really know much about it either, um, so far they listed as being a Avengers slash X-Men event. The logo of the event, if I can show you guys, let me see. Actually, if you search for like Marvel Event Access, the logo is with the A being the Avengers A, and then the X being like the X-Men's X. So that right there shows you that it's going to be a crossover event. Hold on, let me. So it's going to be a crossover event, not necessarily like a Avengers versus X-Men round two, but they're looking to use use X-Men and Avengers on the same team this time, like they did before, the past team ups. So let's see. So like I said, not much is known about this event called Access. I'm gonna keep saying this, but yeah. Let me see. Let me show you the picture that they revealed. Screen share this, and there. So as you can see here, this picture just came out like maybe a couple days ago, maybe a few days ago. So here you see a group of supervillains. Let's see, that's from left to right. We'll start with Green Goblin on the left, Loki next to him, and then the third person, like in the back, is Sabretooth. The person right in front, if you're not as caught up on comics, is the Red Skull, and there's a story behind like why he has that armor. If you haven't been reading Uncanny Avengers, after Red Skull is Doctor Doom, and then the last person on the right is Carnage. So so here this group looks like a new Masters of Evil, um, because we're here to believe that Red Skull is basically the leader of the group, and Red Skull and Doctor Doom like have teamed up before, and then you have Loki, actually with Loki as well, teaming up before. So it looks like a new Masters of Evil, but then again, it also looks like an Avengers slash X-Men group, supervillain group. Minus like Magneto or something or Juggernaut. So so some things to notice here is in the bottom there's like a reflection of something else like on the bottom right here. Uh, if you can you're able to see that. Hold on. Yeah, it's small. Yeah, it's still small. So that's the largest picture there. So on the bottom you can't really tell what's going on, but there is a reflection of maybe the top image. Um, One thing that I noticed with it is I noticed that the Green Goblin, which he had a story arc with Superior Spider-Man. I think it was the last arc of the Superior Spider-Man. Noticed that this Green Goblin is looking younger than maybe what the last arc of the Superior Spider-Man Goblin King arc was. Um, and then you have Loki there, who has been playing more of a superhero rather than a super villain. But we don't know what his deal is, what his story is, being in that group. Sabretooth in the back. Nothing new about Sabretooth, but like I said, if you're not really caught up on comics as of right now, or like maybe the past 6 months or so, Sabretooth and Mystique have been teaming up to do something big. I'm not sure if they did it already, but they're like pooling a lot of money. They opened up or like at least one arc of like Wolverine and the X-Men. They opened up a Hellfire Academy to rival Wolverine's Academy, like Jean Grey's, gifted, gifted students, something like that. Wolverine School. Red Skull, probably you notice is the biggest change because, so spoiler alert, I'm gonna spoil it, the first arc of the Uncanny Avengers. That's like hard to say. So, so this Red Skull had took the body of Charles Xavier when he died, and he was buried. So he took the body of Charles Xavier, cut out the brain, and basically implanted Charles Xavier's brain into the Red Skull. So basically, the Red Skull has Professor X's powers and also the armor, like which indicates if you're familiar with like older like super villains like in like crossover events, that's basically Onslaught's armor. So Red Skull wearing the Onslaught's armor, has that like that magnitude of power to his disposal, which makes him like a really big threat. So, and then you have Doctor Doom and Carnage. Doctor Doom has been Doctor Doom, I guess, has been doing what Doctor Doom does, and then Carnage, I've been seeing like he's been having like mini series against other people. Like there was like one with Deadpool, and then there's another one with uh, with I guess the Avengers and stuff like that. So yeah, so we don't know what the purpose of this group is for, uh, but it's interesting that it's still an Avengers X-Men event. Um, and yeah, that's all we know basically of what's the event called Access. Um, I'm hoping it's not going to be like Avengers versus X-Men like round two, like I said before, because they gave that a try. I guess it was okay, but me personally being a camp X-Men side, I kind of feel like they vilified uh, the X-Men a little bit, and more so characters um, that didn't have that motivation to be willing to be a kind of villain. Um, but Phoenix Force, and use the Phoenix Force, you go crazy too. But yeah, so you there you have it. There's like that new picture. Probably more news comes out, and we'll definitely talk about what's this event is all about, because there's nearly nothing to speculate on what it's about. I mean, like the event name called Access. I can't even think of a guess really of what would that be considered. Maybe what was this? Not superpower. I'm thinking like a Nazi like regime type of thing. Access. I don't know. It's late, but yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking about it. But yeah, should be interesting. We'll definitely keep tabs on it, and then we'll let you know what's going on with that event. And then yeah, like I said, I only have two topics tonight. So the next event was basically something I wanted to discuss was Marvel Media versus DC Media. Um, so I don't know if you noticed like the commercials out there or like the ads you see on YouTube or whatever, but you notice that there are becoming more TV shows on the DC side. with Gotham being one of them. I think being placed in the time where let's see, uh, Commissioner Gordon. He's not commissioner at that time. Uh, being in Gotham and being like a young cop guy, and then like maybe show maybe the origins of some of these supervillains, or just basically the origins of not origins, but like how Gotham was back then before Batman. So you have that show on Fox, I think, and then you have another show on I want to say NBC. I'm not 100% sure of that. So like the show Constantine, Constantine. Okay, now I'm just mumbling it. But yeah, so you have those two shows on the DC side. Um, so the reason why I brought that up is I just find it interesting that Marvel and DC are, you know, competition is always good, because you have people, opposite companies, trying to pull out a better product, you know. So I find it interesting in the first place where DC is having a good, strong foothold on the TV market, in terms of like animated shows or like regular TV shows and stuff like that. Like with Arrow and being like really popular actually. People love that show. And I know like one of my best friends like is really hooked to that show. And then like animated, they've been doing really good with animated shows, with like with the original Batman, the animated series, and Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited, and then like their latest ones was unfortunately it's like a really big hiatus, was Young Justice. That was one show I was really watching like really like addictively, and it's a shame that they put it on hiatus, because I was really getting into it, and it was a really fresh take on like undercover superhero stuff, and like the quote unquote sidekicks of these superheroes, how well they do it in their own like in their own pace and stuff. But yeah, anyways, so really loved Young Justice. I really hope he comes back soon. But yeah, animated shows like that, and again the TV shows, and then they're kind of I would say they're trying to find their pace, their tempo with the movie market, because they're really it's like they have Batman down, right? And then you have all these other superheroes and characters, in DC Comics, and and so now they're getting into Superman, which is cool, but they're really taking their time and trying to find a pace of how to bring out these other superheroes, because they're trying to lead up to the Justice League movie, right? So we're like, where's Wonder Woman? Where's Aquaman? Where's the Flash? Which actually got announced for a TV show as well. Where's the origins of Cyborg? So like stuff like that, like Batman is their strongest movie franchise, and then trying to establish like who Superman is to this new audience out there, and yeah, I feel like they're struggling. I basically feel like they're struggling in that sense. Where on the opposite end of Marvel, Marvel has a really strong suit in their movies. Um, all the way when it started being big. I feel like it started being big when they released Blade, basically. And if you ever watched previous episodes or previous over the top episodes, me and Princeton have this like little debate thing with ChrisP too. That ChrisP and Princeton are all about Twilight, and actually me and Doug are like all about Blade. But anyways, so 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 like, yeah, like I said, I felt like their movies really started off when Blade was released, and it really hit it off like when like as soon as X-Men, the first X-Men movie came out, and then you know, and then that was history, because what was the next Marvel movie? It was like X2, X3 doesn't exist in my book right now. And then Daredevil didn't really do great, but there's a little bit of a cult following out there. People liking Ben Affleck as Daredevil, and probably wasn't Ben Affleck's fault, Probably it was just like the script or something. Or I didn't really see the movie, but I heard things and kind of kept me away from it. Um, Punisher has its audience, but they're still trying to find like a footing for him. Like what is he actually like? What is he about? And you read comics, you know what he's about, but they're trying to find the movie version of the Punisher, and if you're trying to put it in the greater Marvel universe, that's kind of a hard thing to do. Um, yeah, and then you have Avengers, then you have Iron Man, Fantastic Four. Like I said, movies wise, Marvel does great. You know, and it seems like their animation and TV is the thing that they're kind of struggling or trying to get their foothold in. So with stuff like Agents of Shield, being their latest TV show, um, excuse me, um, and with stuff like, let me grab a drink of water. Their animated shows like Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which went into transition to was it Avengers Assemble? I think that's what the newest one. Um, so it's like they're Marvel's camp. They're trying to get their foothold into animation and TV shows. What was I going with it? But yeah, you see what I mean though, right? Like so DC has TV and animation, going good, while Marvel has the movies going good, and and DC wants to get the movie side good, and Marvel wants to get the TV and animation side going good, which is pretty interesting. It's like basically two sides of a coin, um, and but then all in all, it's a better the people who win is basically us because we get to watch this stuff, we get to enjoy it, we get to be so invested in it. You talk crap about like the opposite company, it's like yeah, DC sucks. No, like no, Marvel's garbage. So very interesting time to be a comic book fan or Marvel fan or DC fan, because all these stuff we grew up as kids is coming to life in movie form or TV form, and it's pretty exciting, So, let's see. So yeah, that's pretty much like I said, that's pretty much it because I only had two things like for the show notes. Last stuff. Let's see. What am I doing like now? Any games? Nothing on the console still. I'm still waiting for something. I think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm waiting for like Ultra Street Fighter 4 to come out June 3rd, I think, and then I still want to do playthroughs on the console, but YouTube being YouTube, with the copyright stuff, kind of like makes me afraid, not afraid, but like makes me wary of trying to record something and do like a bunch of videos only to find out that they're copyright or like third-party content or whatever. They're flagged for something. So, but I've always said that I want to do console playthroughs. So hopefully I get to do some of that soon. Let's see. Mobile games wise, I'm playing. I've been calming down on like mobile games, but whatever games that I'm playing, I kind of want to record it as well. So just so I have like videos thrown up on on the channel. So really, the games that I've been uploading on the Nerd in the Bay channel, Game Dev Story. Let's see what else. Clumsy Ninja. I've still been playing into really into, because it's a fun Tamagotchi like game, and you're making your ninja stronger and stuff. So like I find it like awesome and interesting because it's if you ever played Clumsy Ninja, that's what like exactly what it means. Like you're it's like having your own Tamagotchi where you're feeding it, not exactly feeding it, but like making it stronger, making it train, keep leveling up their moves and stuff in their training. Um, so yeah, I find that really interesting. So yeah, playing Clumsy Ninja. Um, I've been calming down on Brave Frontier. I should get back into it because a lot of my friends are really playing it, and they keep pumping out new characters that I want. So I should start getting active again. So yeah, Brave Frontier, Clumsy Ninja, as you like, those two games. Slingshot Braves is a really fun game. Um, let's see what else. What else? I was playing One Tap Hero for a little bit, but I basically uninstalled it because I found myself being more of a perfectionist and not being able to let go of going to the next stage without perfecting the stage. And there's like a lot of stages, so I was like, no, I just gotta quit while I'm ahead, and then just you know maybe come back another time. But let's see, anything else? Um, I think that's pretty much it on terms of games. I'm about to watch Godzilla later today. Um, So I'm pretty excited about that. Probably I'm thinking about. I'm most likely going to do it. I'm probably going to write a review on the Nerd Debate Facebook page. My thoughts about it and what I think. Cause yeah, Godzilla, it's a pretty big deal. Cause the last movie was what like really garbage. It was like Matthew Broderick and what was it? Ronald Emmer, something like that. I was watching two best friends play, and they were doing like a Godzilla week, and I was watching that stuff. It was like really entertaining because you hear from like Matt, he's really into Godzilla, and like he knows not exactly the lore, but like the history of like the movies and the games and stuff. So I've been enjoying the Godzilla week from two best friends play. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, doing the usual reading of manga and stuff like Karate Shikoshi. Um, man, I that his Minoru's fight, his last fight. I'm beyond frustrated, but I guess it kind of spoils it. But anyways, yeah. So like doing the usual reading of manga, like my usual go-tos are History Strongest Disciple Kenshi, Karate Shikoshi Koinada Minoru, and Dragon Ball Multiverse. Basically, they release a page like every single day, basically. So yeah, keep if you're interested in martial arts anime at all, those three are definitely like go-tos. Uh, and then is there anything else? I think that's pretty much it, really. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that's episode 22 of Nerd Roll Call in the bag. Like I said, it's short, and I don't know how long this is, so I'm gonna recheck once everything is done. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Please like the like this video if you like what I'm talking about basically, and hopefully I'm not. No, I have context on. Not mumbling like too much or being lost in thought or whatever. Yeah, like the video, subscribe to Nerd and the Bay on YouTube. What to look out for is more more game dev story. Definitely, that's my favorite mobile game since I got like a new phone. And then like a new Kairosoft game that I just purchased like recently. So I'm gonna start doing a playthrough on that. So yeah, be prepared for like Kairosoft, just throwing Kairosoft at you guys. And then hopefully I'll get back into doing intro the game, like maybe like one-offs or progressive checks with other games. I do have like a bunch of games downloaded, so hopefully I get to start recording them like either right after record this, or just during in the following weeks. But yeah, let's see, anything else? We tried to record over the top last night, and we were almost done, and then like the computer shut off on me because I didn't bring the charger. So we basically had to scrap the video, scrap the episode, and then we'll basically do a take two of it next week. So whatever we talked about last week, maybe we'll bring it back up and just see what our thoughts are, and next week, and then like talk about the other stuff that is happening in wrestling too. So yeah, like I said, thank you very much for you guys watching out there. Follow us on Twitter at Nerd in the Bay, and then if you want to follow me personally at Marco Polo 177. You can follow me on Instagram, same thing. I think it was at Marco Polo 177. You can add me on Facebook if you like. There's a Nerd in the Bay Facebook and Nerd in the Bay Google Plus page. Let's see, anything else? I think that's pretty much it. I think. So yeah. In the meantime, check back on Nerd in the Bay Facebook page for any kind of like updates or news postings that we think is cool enough to share with you guys. By all means, I do want to hear from you guys. I do want to interact with you guys because this is the reason why I started this channel anyway. Is because I want to talk all the stuff that I'm learning out there, or like hearing the news out there, and I want to discuss with you guys what you think about it. So definitely hit me back, through the comments or personal message or whatever. So yeah, again, like I keep saying, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys next week with Nerd Roll Call episode 23. So yeah, have a good night, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.